Hello, this is Uncle Jim, and P.A. Wild, who I love his channel, has been on a Ruger 22 pistol spree lately and just recently picked up a MK4, the model that takes apart easier. And I'm really enjoying his excitement and enthusiasm on his recent buy. So I thought I'd pull this out just for jollies. And so we'll shoot this today. And this was made in Florida. This is the Eris 22 RCU upper for your Ruger pistols. So any of your MK2, 3s, whatever. I'm not sure about the 4. Maybe the 1 fits right on here on the receiver, so you can shoot your pistol and you use all the same guts except for the barrel. All right, so let's see. They made these for like a couple of years only. Eris Defense System Inc., Melbourne, Florida, USA. They're probably more known for doing belt-fed uppers for your AR. But they made this little 22, and I absolutely love it. My son loves this thing, and actually, he saw me pull this out. He walked by and he went, "Oh man, where's that been for a while?" We haven't shot it in a while, but it is super fun. So I'll run you through this a little bit. So it's all aluminum upper with steel barrel, a lightweight barrel, which amazingly shoots really good. It's amazing. And it's easier to clean than your Ruger pistol. So it came with two options. One is a smooth little handpiece here, or you could put like a 3-rail thing on there, but you can get it either way or by the part. It just screws on. Everything is super easy. The ejector you can unscrew and take off. Unfortunately, they only made them for a couple years. Mine is a 200 serial number. 200 and one little bit of change. It's just over 200. And they stopped making them, but they're super fun. And what I really like about this, it's super lightweight. So with this red dot and riser on there, it's only 2 3/4 pound. And then if you use a 2245 lower, it's going to be super light. There's no weight to it. And maybe I'll weigh that once it's all put together. But what's really cool is you can unscrew the barrel so it's easier to clean than the pistol. And also it has a retractable buttstock here. And so to make it legal, you press this button to push it back down. Okay, to make it legal, it has stops on it. So it can only go to a certain length, and that's what made it legal to put on your pistol. It's threaded, and then we'll it's really hard to get this all in camera. So for cleaning, this is easier than the pistol. Just unscrew the nut, okay? It's got nice threading. It's perfect for a suppressor, and then it has a reference, just like on an AR. Okay, so here's the barrel. It's a skinny little lightweight barrel, all steel, but it's very well made and it's super accurate. Unbelievable. And then there's your breech face. You got your feed ramp. Pretty much just like on your pistol. All right, so that's all there is to that. So when you go to clean it, unlike the pistol, you can go all the way through here. All right, just wipe her down with a big patch. Good to go. And so it's really cool. So we'll shoot this. So for cleaning, that's all you have to do. Put the barrel on. It goes right in the reference mark right there. Can't screw that up. And just tighten that hand tight. All right, so I got a little sling mount on here and a cheap red dot, but to deploy it, you can just jolt it out and it'll come out to the full length you want. It's just your wire type shoulder piece there, stock, whatever. So, all right, let's try and do a close-up here. So you put it together just like you would your pistol. Slip the lower on, make sure your hammer's down, put your bolt in, make sure the strut is out of the way in here. A lot of people get messed up on that part. Okay, that's all the way through. And then you pull the trigger to make sure the strut will lay against this. Let me pull my locking piece back. Okay. All right, so make sure your strut is down. And then if you go to close it and you feel that last little resistance there, you know you're good. That's where people get screwed up on the old 22 pistols. You want to feel that. If not, start over again. Your strut didn't go in the right place. All right, then we close her down and we rack it to make sure everything is good. And all right, so that's all there is to it. It's all about the strut. People get screwed up on these pistols. It's so easy. All right, so we're gonna go out and shoot it and see what happens. Now, I like using the polymer frame. I like the grip angle on this better, and it's lightweight. So let's weigh this real quick and see what that weighs. All right, so all together with the magazine, everything, red dot, everything included, we have 3.12 pounds. So well under 4 pounds. So I imagine loaded, it's going to be like 4 pounds. Very handy, very light. My scale was off, so it was even lighter without the lower on there from what I said before. Okay, while we're at it, I'm going to show you, a lot of people are terribly afraid to take these apart, and it's so easy. I'm going to show you why people get confused. Make sure your hammer's back. All right, put your receiver on, put your bolt on. Make sure your hammer's down. Now, do you see right there, that's your strut that's on your hammer, that flappy thing. Make sure that's against the frame when you put this in, so have it straight up. All right, and then put this in. Okay, now, depending on what model you have, if you have a mag disconnect, you're gonna have to put your magazine in to pull the trigger, which is ridiculous, I think. Anyway, that little flappy strut in there, what you do is pull the trigger regardless of if you need your magazine or not. See the strut right there? See it moving? Right here. See that? You want that freely to move into its spot. Now, you want to feel that tension. If you don't feel that tension, start over, pull the trigger again, put it back in there. But you should feel that tension. And you're good to go. That's all there is to that. So people get really confused. It's all in the strut that's on your hammer right there. See it flapping over? If you went to put this pin in, when that strut is up, that's bad. It's in the wrong spot. You want it laying against the frame. See it? Right there. See that? You don't want that. So, strut laying against the frame. Now, some struts, I'm a Ruger guy. I've helped so many people with this. Some struts are long, and they get in the way when you go to put this in, okay? Strut against the frame. Pull the trigger, strut against the frame. They actually made it worse by making a mag disconnect, because then you got to put a magazine in just to pull the trigger. Stupid. All right, so that strut is laying against the frame. We're just doing this. We're going up like this. Strut was out of the way. Now it's clear. Now we want that strut to fall down. See that strut right there? The little doohickey hanging off your hammer. Okay, to make it flop, you got to pull the trigger. Now, see? It went against its happy spot. See that happy spot that has to go to your mainspring? That's where you want it to see it? Yes, that's where you want it to go. And then you want to feel tension right here. If you don't, do it again. All right, I hope that helped you guys. Then rack it and make sure. I had one guy bring in one that was so jammed up. He had the strut under. Man, that was a bear to get fixed. But once I got it apart, I showed him, look for the strut. Find your happy spot, your happy place. Okay? And this is your happy place. Where's that strut right there? Okay. There's its happy place. It wants to go right here. That's all there's to that. See it? Oh, it found its happy place. It found Mama. Okay, here's another little tidbit for PA Wild. My advice is Ruger nowadays makes threaded barrels on these things. So if you want to do a suppressor, just buy it that way. Otherwise, you're going to have to thread it and move your sight back. And that's just a pain in the butt. But when these were done, I had no choice. And so this is an old MK2. This was a range rental gun on our range, and it finally got retired after a bazillion rounds. This has so many rounds in it, you wouldn't believe how many rounds. So I chopped it to profile with the end of this element suppressor so it all matches. And then I made a front sight for it, tapped and threaded and forged a front sight. All a pain in the butt. Just buy something new now. But the reason this is so short and profiled is a custom-made little Hitman gun I did because it can shoot high-velocity ammo at my altitude, and you'll never hear a sonic crack. So there's that. I also gun-coated it in OD green a long time ago, and it's held up really well. Other than the bolt showing wear, everything is black on OD green, and so the bolt is kind of worn, didn't hold up, but I've shot the crap out of that. All right, the receiver that's on the let's get this out of the way. The receiver that's on the Eris right now is the original 2245. There's no mag disconnect, no chamber indicator, none of that gunk. I had this one chopped and shortened also for high velocity, cheap ammo, bulk pack. Move the sight back. It's threaded. And now they all come with mount options for optics. I had to make this one for red dot whenever I want to use it, and I can see through the sights. And this old guy I bought years ago. Oh my God, it's 20 something years old and still shoots good. So there's that. My advice is to buy a new one if you want a thread for a can, and go with the shorter barrel for high velocity ammo. All right, on magazines, you have waxy ammo, especially match ammo, standard velocity, all that. Make sure you clean your magazines. They're super easy to clean. If you feel resistance, clean them. And then if you have any jams because of waxy ammo and you've used them a lot, change the spring. That's all there is to it. And they'll run forever. These are the most long-lasting 22s out there, and I can attest to that from the range rentals. This guy here, you don't even want to know how many rounds are on this guy. Also, you can put a stop on the trigger yourself, okay? That makes a huge difference when you have a stop on the trigger. And then if you want to tidy up your trigger and make it really nice, Volquartz and Sear gives you less take-up and a nice clean break. And then you can mess with your hammer face if you want to and take a little bit off of there, and you will have a crazy trigger. This one here has a 2-pound trigger, and it's been reliable for at least 10 or so years. So there's that. Just saying. All right, let's go shoot that Eris real quick and end this video. It's getting too long. Okay, I got my little element can on here. I'm not sure what this was designed for. Backpack, carry your pistol, go camping and use both. But you can deploy the stock like this. All right, carried in your backpack, whatever. I got a cheap little red dot that's hardly bright enough. And we'll see what happens. I'm not even sure if I can, if I'm sighted in for this. What the hell? Well, maybe I should put a magazine in it. Alrighty then. Typical Uncle Jim. It's fun. It's a fun little monkey, I tell you that. Let me retract this stock. I haven't, this is stone cold. I haven't shot this thing for a long time. My son was like, hey, where's the Eris, man? There you go. How good is that? So yeah, backpack it and carry your pistol and throw them together and boom, bang, pow. All right, that was fun, man. I'm amazed I hit the target. There you go, PA Wild. Anyway, Ruger makes the best 22s, I tell you. I do like the idea of that. I want to get one of those new Taurus pistols that holds a lot of rounds. They've really, usually the high capacity magazines and 22s never worked, and Taurus got it right. So that might be on my list also. But for this is just super fun. I mean, it's way easier to shoot. I'm terrible with pistols. And you saw what just happened the first time. I haven't practiced at all. I just came out and did this real quick. So no practicing, and boom, bang, pow. Until next time, thanks for watching. I love you, P.A. Wild. All right. Okay, I've had a lot of complaints. I haven't done my initials this year. It could be because I'm over 60, and it could be a prostate thing. But there you go. Thanks for watching. Until next time.